So good morning and welcome back to day 29. And today open let's start with question. With a question, what is actually the purpose of someone asking a question? You know, when someone asking a question, maybe some people feels like, okay, these people are questioning me, or some people would feel like that, oh, this person it's really have some interest, like becoming interested and have some curiosity that they want the answer for it. And I think we live in a society that is not so that doesn't value so much of question, that doesn't value so much of discussion and argument, that's not really open for it. We live in a society where every single thing it's an order. Like when you're, for example, if your government say that you must do this, yeah, there is so much example. We live, like we go to school and our teachers say this is the truth, so we are just like, we are spooned that way. We are like, people tell us what to believe. But I really think personally, our belief, it's we have the rights to question. We have the rights to question things. And we have the right to challenge, even to challenge the status quo, to challenge what is right, to challenge every single thing that other people are ordering us to do, what we are obligated to do. Like from the start, why do we need to dress like this? Why do we need to use uniform? I mean, if you telling me or telling Africa, telling us to use uniform, then what is the point behind it? Like, at least if I'm doing it, I want to know why. I want to know the purpose of that particular obligation, you know? And if we think that at some point, whatever that the powerful person, whatever the person in people in power charge us and they say something and we feel that it's not the truth, that I don't think you are telling the truth, I don't think you are telling the truth, that is actually the real reason why do we need to do this. I think there is an I think this world should be more open to challenges, like more open to people challenging the people in power, but open to it. People in power see when people are challenging them, it's like we are being opposed, we are being the opposite of it, but it's actually the otherwise. We challenge them because we want to know more, we want to get on the same page, that's why we challenge you. And I would like to know, and I would like to get on the same boat, so like accept my challenge. And it's not only your uh, like the purpose of any country, the purpose of any organization, it's not only to fulfill one objective. It's not only the people in power objective that is important. but also it should be also the people, the person, the collective objective. Like every single person objective matter, not only the people who are in the cup, not only the school head, not only the teacher, not only the president objective that is matters. So if that's the case, then challenges should be amazing. It should be celebrated. The space where everyone are free to be opinionated, to free of just say what they want, say what they feel, and to question and even challenge and to even propose a new change to the society when one doesn't feel like the every that something is wrong. Like everyone, people should have the rights to do that. And this is why I think one of the reason I created YouTube, I just want to, challenge, and I want to have argument, like exchange discussion, exchange opinion. So it's not only what, like, it's my opinion, it's not the absolute truth, and it's not the truth, it's only my personal opinion, and I would love to have discussion, and I think it is so fun to hear, to be able to say, okay, this is what I believe in, and also hear other opinion, maybe in the comments, and other people that have different point of view, that have different world view, to hear what they want to say, hear what they believe in. And there is no opinion, like opinion are not true and false. There is no opinion that is true, there is no opinion that is false. So therefore, that's the fun part. There is, like, the point of this is not to search who is right. The point of this is not to point other people that you are wrong about this, but the point and the purpose of this, the fun part, is actually celebrating, like creating space, creating freedom, creating, like making this space larger, where people could just argue every single time, and like it's a fun part, it's not fighting, you know. And also conflict, like conflict is not bad. Like having a conflict, having an argument, having a different opinion, it's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. It's actually an example of how diverse we are. We are just different. That's just what it is. And one it's a one tool. I think having argument, having opinion, and having discussion is a one way to celebrate the diversity that we have in this world, and that is really important. And I think one of the best way we could celebrate diversity is by being open, like opening ourselves to opinion, opening ourselves, and also opening to receive, and opening ourselves to express. You know, it's both. It's expressing our opinion, it's expressing our belief, and also receiving, like being open to receive, not defensive, like accepting and just opening to receive message, opening to receive this diversity. And talking about diversity, we often think about diversity, it's only like diversity only exists within different races, only exists in different country. But I think diversity, bigger diversity, is actually exists in the one country itself. Like the diversity within one country, it's bigger. Like the difference, it's actually bigger and prominent wherever, like from Asian to American. But if you look at Asian itself, even one country like Indonesia, like actually the smaller, the more specific you get, you will be surprised of how can we be so diverse, even in as specific as one household. Like, isn't it really interesting and really intriguing that how can even a sibling that grew up in the same household, it's as if they don't have the same parents, it's as if they don't grew up in the same house, it is as if that they grew in a different environment. It's very, very fascinating. And then also another thing about diversity, it's also not only the diversity of how we look, but the diversity of how we think inside of our mind, the diversity of our mind. It's very powerful, and even more powerful than the diversity of how different we look on the outside. And for example, like the diversity even in one school, like in one class, like how diverse it is. For example, if one is talking about, if like in the class we are learning about Aristotle and like talking about the imitation of art, and that one person will think that imitation, if we watch a movie and then if we watch maybe a thief, it's like one person would be like, oh, I saw that this is not a great thing, you know, if you steal from the other people, this is not a great thing. So therefore the person who watched that, the audience will learn about it and think, oh, I don't need to do that. But I already know that by watching this is not a good thing, so I will not do it. But the one will argue that if you show the other person that stealing and other, what if other people will imitate it? What if by creating, by the existence of movie that filled with abuse, filled with like still murder, what if there will be more people that imitate it and will do the same thing? Well, this is an open discussion, and that's the fun of it, the diversity of how people think. And I think, if I'm not wrong, if I didn't, if I remember, I think the person that think as imitation, it's something, it's actually a tool for someone to learn, you know, to what is bad and what is wrong. I think it's Aristotle. And the other person that say that imitation, that he is afraid that imitation will make people do it, I forget about it, but I will write about it. So reference about that, and a reference, yeah, remind me if I forget. And I think that is the beauty of life, like growing up and growing old, growing as an adult, and we learn that's actually the purpose of life. The purpose of life is in the participation in figuring the life itself. It's not the purpose, it's not to have everything figured out. If someone say to you that you look like somebody that have everything figured out, I used to take that as a compliment, but if I hear that again, I will not take that as a compliment. It will make me feel like I only pretend, I only put up the mask that I have everything figured out, even if I don't, because nobody does. Even the one that you perceive to have everything figured out, who do you perceive like celebrity, like who have everything? Yeah, maybe they have the money, they have like the financially things done, but they have other aspect, other section of their life that they are figuring it out also. We are just the same. We are alive. We are all the same human being. We are all the same being. And another thing about living being, and I don't like when people talk, like people only talk about human being, like in a sentence where, oh, I believe human being, blah blah blah, I believe human being, blah blah blah. But what about the other living being? It's as if that the other living being is less important than human being, like animal, plants, trees. Yeah, different spectrum of animal, nature, earth, the air, and the mountain. It's every single thing. It's being. It's breathing. Have you seen a video of when it's cold? I think the plant, like it's you can see, like it's visible to the camera that like the air, like the plant is breathing. It's very fascinating, and we are I don't like that human being, when human being, well, not all human beings, but when human being think that they are the most important on this planet. No, that you are the human is only a very, very small percentage of every single thing. Even like our planet, like the earth that we live in, it's only a part of just the solar system. It's so big that even the unknown part of our solar system, it's bigger than the known part of our solar system. Even in the Milky Way galaxy, it's only a one of, I don't know how much the number, but it's only just a small, like very small part. So we are, if you think that you are important, you are just insignificant. And I cannot stand when people think they are everything, and especially when they didn't treat animal as nice as people, when they didn't treat plant as if they didn't, as if they can live without water, as if they can live without air, without plant, without the sun. Like, we human, I think, focus on the wrong thing, find the importance of the wrong thing. Like, we always think that money, and yeah, it's actually an illusion, when you believe that money is more important, it's actually an illusion. That this system, like the system, that capitalism that we live in, want you to believe the illusion that money is more important than the water. But it's not. It's actually the other way around. Like, yeah, I think this is already long video, so I'm going to end the note on, yeah, if you have a problem, but I think it's also freeing to know that you are just a small part. Like, compare yourself in like this planet, and you are also a part of this giant planet, and you are also, even if insignificantly small, you are a part of it, and you are also in the part of this giant big project. And again, we don't know what this big project is. We are maybe working on different unknown, invisible group project. So yeah, I hope you have a nice day. And I'm feeling cute. This is not a kabaya, but it's it's cute. Like, it's lazy. So bye bye. Have a nice day.